Hello, everyone. Welcome to the story time. It's a new Sunday, and it's time for a new story. Today, I'm reading you a story from Bangladesh. The story is about a refugee. The author of this story is Asma ul Husna Sanchita, and the illustrator is Sayan Mukherjee. Now, are you all ready for this special story of refugee from Bangladesh? All right, here it goes. Bokul worked at a little tea shop in a town by the sea. Throughout the day, many people stopped by to take a break there. Bokul enjoyed chatting with them as he served sweet and salty snacks with steaming cups of milky, hot tea. Shanto, a regular customer, became a good friend of his. Bokul looked up to him and called him Bhaiya, meaning big brother in Bangla. He wished he was a photographer, just like Shanto Bhaiya. One day, Shanto let him borrow his camera. Keep it for a few days so you can practice, he said, and maybe earn some extra money at the beach. Bokul was thrilled. Many tourists paid to get their photos taken by the sea. He couldn't wait to finish work and try it out. Delivering his last order for the day, he noticed a boy around his own age, shopping at the pharmacy. He spoke in the Rohingya language, not Bangla. Must be a refugee, thought Bokul. Nearby, a few men started muttering, "Why has he left the camp? I heard they get food and medicine there, while we barely make ends meet." Bokul understood their frustrations. When he lost his father, he left school to work at the shop. He lived with his grandmother, but money was always short. Any extra earnings were useful for them, but finding customers at the beach was not easy. He was packing up to leave when he heard a yelp. It was an adorable scene. For a moment, he forgot his troubles. On the way home, Bokul passed by the crowded refugee camp. All the trees were cut down to make space for shelters. He missed the way it used to look. That evening, Bokul felt heated. He repeated the things he heard about refugees. His grandmother patiently listened. She didn't speak much, but her presence always comforted him. He wished she could stay this way, not getting a day older. Next morning, Bokul went to a different beach. There were no tourists there, only fishermen going out to sea. Suddenly, he recognized the boy from the pharmacy. They must be from the refugee camp, he thought. What were they dragging? A sea turtle. He got angry, thinking they were hurting it. "Hey, stop that!" But then he realized that they were trying to help. The poor thing was all tangled up in a fishing net. Using broken seashells, the three boys cut the net. Bokul joined them to untangle the ropes, and together they freed the turtle. He couldn't forget their kindness. At dinner time, Bokul wanted to get something off his chest. Dadi, I didn't mean to say unkind things about refugees the other day. I know, dear, his grandmother said. She paused and seemed to recall something. A long time ago, during our liberation war, my village was attacked. Overnight, we became refugees. Those were terrible days. But we survived thanks to the help of strangers. That night, Bokul dreamed he was lost in the rough sea. Suddenly, a giant turtle appeared, wanting him to follow. It led him to a beautiful island full of happy children. Laughing and giggling, they pulled him into their games. Bokul smiled in his sleep. He visited the beach by the fishing village a few more times, but didn't find what he was looking for. Soon, it was time to return the camera. I hope you took some good pictures, Santo said. I did, Bhaiya, Bokul told him. But he asked if he could keep it for another day. This time, when he went back, he finally found them. I am Bokul. He greeted them with a smile. What's your name? A few days later, all his photos were printed. Who are these children? Asked his grandmother. My friends, said Bokul. That's the end of the story. I hope you like this story. Refugees are people who has been forced to leave their country in order to escape war, persecution, or natural disaster. Any of us could be refugee if we come across similar problems. We need to be helpful and welcoming refugees, as they need friends in a new country, in a new place. That's the end of the story. Now I'll see you again with new story next Sunday. For now, namaste and goodbye.